Chairman.
Gentleman from New York, for what purposes gentlemen seek recognition?
Move to strike last word.
Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to support the gentleman from Connecticut's amendment. One thing that we do know, we have TRIA today because of a great tragedy that took place in our country. And one of the things that I first wanted to dispel, that TRIA is just for a certain region in our nation. TRIA insurance is important for every piece of our nation. When you think about what's happening and why TRIA is important with terrorism insurance, you can think about any place in our country where there's a shopping mall that wants to be developed, or office complexes, or factories, or hotels, a stadium, utilities, airports, port facilities. This could be any place in America. And this kind of construction is being put on hold, or will be put on hold, if we don't reauthorize TRIA. Fact of the matter is, many insurance companies are not offering or reauthorizing insurance now because they don't know whether TRIA will be again passed and allowed and reenacted. So, first of all, I think that as members of Congress, we've got to look at not just New York, not just Connecticut, but we're looking at the entire nation and its importance. Now, the gentleman from Texas indicated that he didn't know. Well, let me just say, in a Fitch rating study in July 2013, they said it is unlikely that substantial private market capacity would arise as a substitute to TRIA coverage if the program is allowed to expire. The Bloomberg government analysis says there is no reason to assume that reinsurers will re-enter the market if the TRIA program expires, and every reason to assume that the availability of coverage will fall. Current private reinsurance capacity, every business that I've talked to going around does not meet the full demands of direct insurers to cover their current retentions under TRIA, which directly, I believe, contradicts the notion that TRIA is somehow crowding out the private market. The gentleman from Connecticut, I think, correctly stated right after 9/11 when we talked about the hit that it took to our economy, because due to the deferred construction investments, there was a direct loss of over 300,000 jobs during the 14 months between 9/11 and TRIA's enactment. It could almost be argued that, you could almost see where when TRIA was enacted that our economy, especially commercial real estate, started to move again. So it shows the direct impact by passing TRIA when we did had on our overall economy and the growth and development of our country. So I can conclude with this, because there's another source. Marsh and McLennan's 2013 Terrorism Risk Insurance Report said, coupled with limited availability of standalone reinsurance capacity and continued perceived limitations on the reliability of terrorism risk models, the insurance markets are not well positioned, I repeat, not well positioned to be a viable alternative replacement to TRIA. So the importance of this amendment and us addressing this and addressing it immediately is as important as our economy is in America. It is for every city in America, whether you come from a big city or a small city, the north or the south, the east or the west. It is for the communities of which we live. We never thought, and we surely wish, I know I wish, that we wouldn't have to have this debate. But after 9/11, everyone, and we've got to make sure that we are concerned about it and we're prepared and that we allow the economy to continue to grow. And so I strongly support the gentleman from Connecticut's amendment on TRIA amendment, the TRIA initiative. I yield back the balance of my time.